Hello everyone, my name's Amy Apgar and this is my Module 6. My activity was sledding. I made sleds and we discussed the slope of the ramp. My kids play with cars and wooden blocks, so they already understand the higher the slope or the higher the block, the quicker their cars will go down, so I think they'll be highly interested in this one. We also talked about in the sled it has to be open, so that the blocks don't go flying out, and they actually tied theirs to Christmas with Santa, so that the presents don't fly out the back. So they have to understand that when it hits the floor, the presents have to be secure enough not to fly out, and the sides have to be high enough. And I will tie this into also the importance of wearing a seat belt. The goal for the students is to design and create a sled that will allow their sled to go down a hill and not lose their cargo. Here's the worksheet I created. We'll discuss each step and go section by section. My students will be paired in groups of 2. The last STEM challenge we did as a class, this breakdown. My kids are K1, so I do everything at the beginning very slowly, kind of whole group. I don't want to burn them out. I don't want them to get stressed, so we've been doing things very slowly. So they're going to be paired this time. We're still going to take it very slow. They're going to work together, but we're going to go over it so that they fully understand what each thing says and what they need to do. I allow them to either write or draw. Here's my project. That yellow piece of paper was a backing, as if you were to put your back on it in a sled, but it fell over. So there's the 3 slopes taped to my window, and it fell over in the first picture, so I just left it there. The sensory tag is inside what appears to be the cap there, and it came down. I had 2 successful slides, and about 2 of the cubes that were in there came flying out. Here is the graph that printed, so we can talk about the different lines and how they went faster or slower. Here's another worksheet that we created, so my kids can attempt, slope 1, how many of our class sleds made it down successfully, and we can create a graph together. Some extensions and modifications, because my class is a K through 4 class, so doing this sometimes with so many younger kids I need to make some modifications for my big kids. We can alternate how many cubes are in the sled. My older kids can compare the different graphs and charts that are created. I can have my kids measure how far the sled goes after it exits the slope. My little guys can measure with cubes. My big kids could measure with rulers. I was also interested to see maybe if we didn't use a full sheet of paper, maybe some coffee filters or something else, because it seemed like the full sheet of paper really slid very nicely and it held the cubes. So I'd be interested to see what the coffee filters would do. Here's my works cited, and my goal for the sensory, or the little red tab that we got, I'm going to tie it up to our stationary bike, and hopefully get some cool graphs from that to see and allow the kids to see how quickly they are moving. So I'm excited to try this out on that. Hope everyone has a great rest of the year. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.